Hey everyone, it's Greg from Stationary Shenanigans. In this video, I'm going to talk a little bit about Erin Condren. Some of you may have already used these items before or are very familiar, but to me, I was totally new. My sister and niece had came to visit me during their spring break, and since I am local to an Erin Condren store, my sister had mentioned she wanted to check it out and kind of feel the products to see how they looked because she's never seen one. She has been using her Happy Planner and has been satisfied with it. I, on the other hand, have not been satisfied with any planner, and it's starting to become a problem. So just to show you all that I'm not exaggerating, here's an example of how I've just been taking scrap pieces of paper and writing my to-do list and different things that I have to do every day on the paper and kind of carrying it around. I don't know what my issue has been with not being able to use any of the planners that I have. I'm just not feeling it. And I think even Amber from Amber's Journey had posted a video a little while back about kind of like getting back into the groove of her planner. So it happens to the best of us, and I just need it to not be like that anymore because I have too many things going on and I need to really be planning. So with that being said, let's talk a little about Erin Condren. The reason why I kind of jumped on the bandwagon was because we were having fun there. My niece created a personalized notebook. I didn't realize you can create personalized covers, and that was part of the whole thing. And you can choose the coil color, and the style, and all that kind of stuff, which was pretty cool. Normally, I would not go for this type of thing, and hear me out. I will say most of planners, journals, a lot of stationery are marketed towards women, and a lot of designs are maybe bright or floral or things that just like are geared towards women, which is totally fine. Of course, men can use those designs as well, but the reality is probably at a marketing perspective, most of these places, their customers are women. I'm not a woman, so I was a little bit worried that they wouldn't carry anything that was like more neutral, whether it be gender neutral or neutral colors. I thought maybe they just kind of focused on like the brightness of it and those kind of designs, and I was pleasantly surprised that they did have more than that. And I figured, well, I've tried Fairfax, I'm trying my Jimuntecho, Hobonichi, Traveler's Notebook Weekly, like I've been trying all these different things and nothing has stuck over the past 2 weeks, so I should try something that I would never thought to have tried before, right? Like truly, I should just jump into something and not talk myself out of it before I even jump into it. So I don't know if that makes sense to anyone. It's kind of like you would never try something because you're like, oh, well, it wouldn't be for me. Well, I'm trying to not do that this time. So I'm going to share with you a Erin Condren planner I had made in the store and talk about it a little bit. Not sure how I'm going to structure this. I think what I would love to do is to film this footage now, we just got it yesterday, and then either post a second video in a week or two showing you how I've been using it and update you if I like it or not, or maybe it'll just be the second half of this video. It's all going to depend on my schedule and when I have time to edit and all that fun stuff. So go ahead and bear with me, grab a cup of coffee or something like that, and let's just look at this Erin Condren. So here is the shopping bag, and here is what I got. As you can see, this is a customized cover. Don't know if the colors come up great on camera, but it is like a pale green and a black plaid, and then I have my initials of GG personalized on the cover, and it's like a plastic cover. So this is the LifePlanner in A5. I believe it's called Compact Vertical Layout, and I stuck with the platinum coils that they normally come with. You can upgrade, I think, to a gold colored coil. Again, I'm not too familiar with it because I was learning all about it in the store yesterday. We had a great time. The people working at the store were super friendly and kind of explained everything. I did have a coupon to use that they let me use, and they probably normally don't let you use. It was like a $10 off for I was able to get my discount through my graduate school, and because my sister is a teacher, I think she got like a $10 off plus like a free shopping bag and a free journal and a couple other things. I think it was like a teacher's thing. I will say I thought the prices of most of this stuff was pretty fair, especially a lot of their pens and writing implements and a lot of their sticky notes. I thought it would be a little bit more expensive, but it was surprisingly not as expensive as I thought. The Personalized planners are definitely pricey, again, but compared to a lot of what you see in like the Japanese planners, you know, a lot of them are $40 to $50 for like Jibun Tetros and all that kind of stuff. So I would say it's comparable. I did like how this is made in the USA and designed in the USA. Since it's April, there wasn't all the choices that normally would be, and I thought that was a great time to buy a planner when they're 50% off. So yes, this was 50% off, and then I was able to use my $10 off, which, don't quote me, I think they were doing it wrong and they weren't normally supposed to let them do that, but they did it for me. But so yeah, and they didn't have all the options. So anyway, I'll just get down to it. This is A5. You see the binder here and the tabs. It just looks nice. The inside is very colorful, but I did kind of like this muted color on the outside. I feel like this might inspire me a little bit. And it's been decided that A5 would be way better for me than an A6. You know, compared to my Fairfax and the personal size, it is definitely bigger. And I think what's been holding me back is size, and I need a lot more space to write. So we're just gonna go to roll. So I'm gonna go ahead and kind of just do a quick flip through and talk about some of the stuff in here to share with you all if you've never seen it before. And then I got 4 writing implements that I wanted to test out. Both my sister and I were curious how the ErinCondren paper would test out. I use fountain pens more than she does, so I think I was definitely concerned about the paper. And she is a friction person because I turned her on to Pilot Friction, and now I think that's what she exclusively uses in her planner. So you kind of have to worry about like that erasing factor with friction. But anyway, so you open it up, and because this is laminated, they have a lot of items where you're supposed to use dry erase markers to kind of have like a, I don't know if that's considered a dashboard or whatever, which I thought was interesting. I don't know if I have any dry erase markers, but I'm definitely going to try that out. And this is called the LifePlanner Compact Vertical Layout. And then there's a quote on each tab. So this is technically the 2022-2023 version. Again, I'm losing a few months here, but that's great because if I love it, then I know for next year I can utilize it and order one ahead of time and pay full price. Or if I don't end up loving it, it was like I didn't spend a lot of money on it. So you have one page is the previous year, which I like, and the current year. And then you have these pages, it's like a goal is a dream with a deadline. These are kind of, I guess, just whatever you want it to be. It's 12 boxes. I assume you could do, you know, for each month, or just 12 things you're working on. Another quote. And then your first tab is the monthly layout, which starts on a Sunday, and then has notes on the right. And then I guess this maybe also is kind of called dashboard. I'm sorry if I'm saying the words wrong. I'm not entirely sure. And then here you have the month with just a rectangular box, and then you have a checklist square, a line square, and then a dot grid rectangle. I kind of liked how they had different types of boxes for this. Maybe I should zoom in a little bit. It's just nice to have like a variety of lined, unlined checklist, and then over here is just lined paper. And I will say one thing that's neat is the color of the tab for that month matches everything, so you kind of can keep it together. So you can see this January is like this turquoise color, so the paper would also be turquoise for that month. And then, so here we have January. So Monday through Thursday are on the left page, and Friday, Saturday, Sunday on the right, with a empty square with the current month. So you see a month layout. So here is a full spread for January. I feel like this is a really great amount of room to write things in without being too much. And I think the horizontal, there's a horizontal version, and it just looked too much like other planners I've seen. So I purposely chose this one because it's different than what I've seen, if that makes sense. Then we go to February again, you see the layout, all of our months. So since we're now in April 2023, if you can believe it, here's the month layout, and then I'm going to work on some things and kind of just test it out and see how it goes. And if we go to the back, there is a tab for notes, which has a few pages of just regular lined note paper. And then when you get to the back, it has heritage and awareness observances, so all the different holidays. Then let's keep in touch. This is kind of like a contact form. Then I thought this was neat. This is next year, so it's 2024, but under each month is a 3-lined checklist. And then the bottom half of the page is just lined paper. So this would be neat to kind of like, instead of just having a view of 2024, which is going to be here before we know it, let's be real. If there's something you know that's happening that month that's big, you can put on the list now. So whether you have a wedding or graduation, or you know that, August 2024 is when we're taking our big trip, before you get your 2024 planner, you can kind of reference it here and be able to incorporate it into your next year. Next page, just some information about Erin Condren, and there are 2 pages of stickers. I don't know if you can see the gold foil, and then you have kind of like your to-do and important and all that kind of stuff. It does have a removable ruler for the day, ruler and bookmark. So you take it out of the rings here, and then let's go ahead and put it on this week. And you just kind of snap it in. Okay. And then I didn't open any of this yet because I was like, I want to film a video so we can all open it together, because I didn't realize it comes with some other things in the back. So this is what they call the perpetual calendar. I think my sister said, okay, calendar in context. My sister said she saw someone post about this. It's kind of like birthdays and anniversaries, like dates that you always have to remember. That might change what day of the week it is, but it's never the actual date, hence the name perpetual calendar. So that's a nice little thing to have in there. You could also have a, thin notebook in here, and it would fit well into the folder. And then here's a little card, welcome to the EC family. It has the social media. Let's open up the plastic. I have no idea what's in here. We're looking together for the first time. This is You're Always Worthy. I was watching a video recently. I forget the name. I think she calls herself End Design Plans or something. I'll post a link below. She has a whole different planner that I never heard of, but I loved her videos. I forget what she called these, like journal cards or something. So it's just a little note card that maybe you keep in the front pocket, or I don't know. Let me know if you use these little things and if you call them something. And again, a little, you are capable of wonderful things. I'm so grateful for you. That's nice. And then this is just a little something from, I guess it's kind of just like a sticker. And then we have I guess you would kind of, this is a sticker, but it's more like an envelope sealer. Enjoy to from, this is like a tag. So I guess these are kind of freebies. And then hello friend. Ooh, this is nice, 20% off your next purchase. Okay, I'm gonna have to let my sister know about that. And then our gifts to you, so, it explains everything, duh. Okay, sorry. Circle label is for your LifePlanner binder or coiled LifePlanner storage box. The compliment cards, so they're not called journal prompts, they're called compliment cards. Spread positivity with the sampling of thoughtful compliment cards featuring motivational sayings and uplifting colors. Gift labels and your discount code. So it's just a little welcome card. So that's kind of nice for the freebies. And then so there is a pocket in this thick paper folder, and then there is a back pocket as well. And then again, here is kind of like where I guess you would get to use a dry erase marker and write some stuff. I was a little concerned. I was thinking, well, how if you write on here, would it not smear? If you close the book and you have something written on there, like wouldn't it smear? I don't know. So y'all have to let me know if you do that, but it'll be worth a try. And then we're back to the cover. So there was an option, but it was sold out due to the fact that it's already April. There is an option where you get tabs and colors that are like muted colors, which I would have preferred, but since it wasn't in stock, I wasn't going to, be upset over that. I was just excited to try it regardless. So that is the LifePlanner in compact vertical layout. And then let's go ahead and take a look at some of the writing implements that they had. They had a bigger selection than I thought. I think a lot of these are their own brand or unbranded things that they sell. So the first one is this dual tip marker. These I believe were only $1 each, and they had a wide variety of colors. My niece even got some, and I just got this turquoise because I liked it. We'll go ahead and test that. Then I got this brown red fine line marker, which my niece and I called rocket pens because they kind of look like rocket ships on the tip. Then I got this because I liked how thick it was. This is just seems like it's like a gel pen. They had a few colors available for this. I chose the blue because I figured that would have been a good everyday choice to kind of just like put in the coil and carry with me. Can't go wrong with a nice blue. And then this one, I don't know, we're gonna open it together. I just saw it and put it in the shopping cart. This looks like, it's like kind of like a rose gold. I think it's just gonna be a ballpoint pen. So that is my little first timer, completely first timer Erin Condren haul. Definitely was more interesting than I thought it would be. And I didn't realize you can like personalize, and then the cover can snap off, so if I were to buy a different type next year, I could, you know, snap this cover on, which is cool. And they also have customizable notebooks, so they're not necessarily just for planning. You can get different lined pages, grid dot, all that kind of stuff. My niece made a lined page notebook, I believe in A5 size, maybe the 7x9 size, with the Hello Kitty cover and her name engraved in gold here. So she was super excited for that. Let's go ahead and go to just an old page somewhere in, let's do February, and let's just test the paper quality. I'm really curious about this. And you can completely fold it back. That was another nice thing. They do have some hardbound items like journals, but I'm in my lay flat era, so I just went with that. First up, let's try this gel pen. I will zoom in a little bit. I will say it doesn't feel that smooth. It almost feels like construction paper, but it's writing nicely. I don't know if it's showing up on the other side. No real bleed through, but y'all might know what I'm talking about, like that feeling that construction paper has. It has a bit of toothiness to it, but this gel pen didn't smear, and it is a nice blue, so that works. Whoops. Okay. Then this is the dual-tipped marker. Dual-tipped. Did it bleed through? No real bleed through. Okay, that looks nice. Definitely has a, yeah, I mean, this is just different from what I'm used to. I'm so used to Tomari River and Kokuyo paper and stuff that I have to remind myself that there's like the Japanese side of things and then there's the American side, and I can't always expect things to crisscross. Here's the rocket pen. Ooh, this writes really nicely. It's kind of like a fine Stabilo or Staedtler Triplus, but I don't know. Actually writes nicer than those. This one I'm surprised at. Okay, and it's red. I thought it was going to be like a brown red, but it was hard to see in the store. So no bleed through. Okay, so that's cool. And then let's use this, what we think is going to be a ballpoint pen. Which I love me a nice black ballpoint pen, so that works too. So definitely satisfied with all of their writing implements, but let's try something else. Let's try something from my own collection. Let's try, I do have this friction right here, so let's try how the friction is. My sister did buy, I think, just a notebook. She didn't get a planner, so we'll see how she likes the friction on the notebook pages. Seems to be absolutely fine, that's great. And what else do I use a lot of? I use Jetstream. Why don't we just try a Jetstream here? Because I'm a Jetstream person. It seems to skip a little bit because of the toothiness in the paper, but that's, I'm not mad about it. Let's try our Staedtler ballpoint pen. just as I expected. And can we see about a fountain pen? That's the one I'm only nervous about. But honestly, I feel like I don't use fountain pens in my planners much. I prefer to use fountain pens in my traveler's notebook and like long form journaling. I doubt I would use much in a planner, but let's just see. Yeah, I had a feeling it wouldn't be very fountain pen friendly. Yeah. I don't know if I have any others inked up, so this might be a bad example, and I'm sorry. Oh. It's actually not that bad. This is my Pilot, or no, not Pilot, Sailor. It's my Sailor fountain pen. So it seems to be fine. It might have just been my Waterman ink that was giving me issues, which, okay, and no seep through. I'm not mad about it. Let's be happy. Again, I don't expect to use a fountain pen too much. Yeah. So again, let me know in the comments below if you use an ErinCondren, how you like it. I'm just really intrigued by it, and it's fun to try something else. I will say that the cost of this was lower than I expected. I think it's because the cashiers either gave me an extra discount or they did it wrong or whatever, but this planner and everything, the planner itself ended up being like $15 or $16. I believe normally it's $57 when it's not half off. So it was half off the $57, and then I somehow got like the $10 off for signing up through my grad student discount. So again, if you're a teacher, definitely check out ErinCondren because I think they offer a great discount for teachers. So yeah, well, thank you for listening to me ramble and test out some pens, and let's hope that this gives me some planning inspiration. I will see you next time, and take care.